December 2006 University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Commencement Ceremony. Please direct your attention to the floor of the arena. Our procession today is led by the men and women of UWM's distinguished faculty. They represent the 1,300 faculty and instructional staff at Milwaukee's largest university. Many faculty members have been in the national spotlight this year. One professor continues to develop new composites that are lighter and stronger. His discovery could someday help keep members of our military safer. With research support from UWM, a Wisconsin biotech company is making progress in treating neurodegenerative diseases. And a UWM history professor and the director of UWM's Goldemeyer Library journeyed to Poland this year to return an unusual collection of World War II souvenirs. Those souvenirs were in fact 600-year-old letters from popes and princes. And now please welcome our December 2006 UW-Milwaukee graduating students. Today, UWM celebrates the graduation of more than 1,900 students from our 10 schools and colleges. Seated at the front of the arena will be the 46 individuals who have completed all the requirements for their doctoral degrees. As you can see in the program, their research has focused on adaptive behaviors in zooplankton, bilateral trade in Pakistan, overcoming barriers to exercising, and many, many other topics. They all have made significant contributions to the body of knowledge in their respective fields of study. Of those eligible to graduate today, 1,259 have completed work on their bachelor's degrees, and more than 600 have reached the conclusion of work on their master's degrees. From the School of Architecture and Urban Planning, there are 23 students receiving master's degrees and 34 receiving bachelor's degrees. The Peck School of the Arts, the only school of the arts in the University of Wisconsin system, is proud to award 20 master's degrees and 97 undergraduate degrees. The recently renamed Lubar School of Business will award 267 bachelor's degrees and the most master's degrees of any school or college today, 136. From the School of Education, 74 master's and 113 bachelor students have earned the right to walk across the stage today. '87 undergraduate and 45 master's degrees will be given by the College of Engineering and Applied Science. The College of Health Sciences, which is the largest in the state, will present 37 bachelor's degrees and 35 master's diplomas. The School of Information Studies is proud to award degrees to 19 undergraduates and 68 master's students. The largest group of graduates today is from UWM's College of Letters and Science. They have 419 bachelor's and 115 master's candidates. The College of Nursing will award 8 master's degrees and 114 undergraduate degrees. The Helen Bader School of Social Welfare will present 71 undergraduate and 73 master's degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee proudly presents our December 2006 graduates. And now the procession of our platform party, led by University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Chancellor Carlos E. Santiago. Among the many dignitaries who are part of the platform party today are Wisconsin Governor Jim Doyle, who will deliver the commencement address. Also on stage, Regent Jesus Salas, who will bring greetings on behalf of the University of Wisconsin system. The recipient of today's one honorary degree to be awarded is Eugenie Scott, the Executive Director of the National Center for Science Education. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, please be seated. The December 2006 commencement ceremony for the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is about to begin.
Good afternoon. I am very proud to officially welcome the final members of the UW-Milwaukee class of 2006. I am Chancellor Carlos Santiago, and on behalf of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, I'm very happy to welcome students, family, and friends to our 95th commencement ceremony. Please join me and stand for the singing of our national anthem, which will be led by Barbara Gostowny, a senior from UWM's Peck School of the Arts.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's
Thank you, Barbara, and thank you to the UWM Symphony Band, led by Thomas Vorak, Professor of Music and Director of University Bands. Twice a year, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee celebrates Graduation Day, an event that is nothing short of amazing. Before us all sits a select special group. You should know that just slightly more than 1 in 5 adults in Wisconsin holds at least a bachelor's degree. Our university is deeply committed to improving that ratio. At last count, 1,906 individuals were eligible to participate in today's ceremony. That's more than 3 times as many graduates this semester as the city's next largest university. Combine today's UWM graduates with those who completed their studies in the spring and the summer, and you'll have more than 4,500 individuals who earned a degree from our university during 2006. What they have all learned is that studying at UWM offers a wide variety of opportunities and experiences. For example, Tristan Kloss says his major was still undecided as he entered his junior year. One of his courses that semester was historical geology, which is all about fossils and the history of life. His instructor, geosciences assistant professor Stephen Dornbos, offered him the chance to do original research that led to China and the Chongyang fauna, which Tristan kindly interprets to us non-specialists as the holy grail of paleontology. More than one graduating student delivered high words of praise for faculty members who made a real difference in their UWM education. For example, Teresa Valentino was chronicling the life of an arts educator working in East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana, as part of her PhD degree work when her major professor left UWM for another university. Other professors, led by Dr. Marlene Pugach, stepped in to help restructure her program. Landry Long, an MBA candidate, listed several outstanding professors who brought a depth of knowledge, integrity, and caring to classes. He said the UWM professors are the persons who made all the difference in the world. We have a select group of faculty members here with us today to witness this ceremony, and I would like them to stand and to accept the applause of the audience, and especially our students, for the critical role they play in education at UWM. Faculty, please stand. Thank you. As many of you know, the 2006-2007 academic year is the 50th anniversary of our young university. I was a bit surprised to learn that one graduate this semester first attended UWM in 1960, just 4 years after we opened our doors. Michael Steinhardt remembers classrooms in prefabricated shelters that required students to keep on coats and hats during winter classes, watching Downers College women playing field hockey and taking shuttle buses between UWM's east side and downtown campuses. These days, people like Mike get grouped under a heading we call non-traditional students. When you get to know our students, however, you wonder if any are indeed traditional. Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis while midway through her undergraduate studies at another university, Marilee Cass is most certainly a non-traditional student who has completed her work on her Master of Science Library and Information Science degree here at UWM. Though legally blind in one eye and subject to fatigue, Marilee worked full-time while taking advantage of UWM's online degree program. Another story. After teaching in the Milwaukee Public Schools for 6 years, Anna Hammernick had said she felt like she needed to better understand the history of many of her students if she was going to effectively help them to learn. The International Foundation for Education and Self-Help accepted Anna as one of 54 teachers to be sent to Africa for a year. She spent her time in the small town of Adwa, Ethiopia, teaching English to pre-service teachers. She is now a teacher in a Milwaukee charter school and sits on the board of directors of the Carefree Foundation. She helped the foundation start its first mission in Ethiopia and then supervised a portion of a medical mission in Peru. Her master's degree today is in the Cultural Foundations of Education program in our School of Education. Another example. Latasha Shell is another student at UWM who could not be denied, even though she dropped out of school at 15 and had 2 children by the time she was 19. She is here today to accept her master's degree in social work. Latasha works for UWM's innovative Life Impact Program, which is funded by a generous gift from the Jane Bradley Pettit Foundation to help low-income students with children break the cycle of poverty through education. I don't think we can find anyone better than Latasha to talk to people about the importance of education and to convince them that they can turn around their lives, even if their lives took an unexpected direction. For example, Michael Hensley overcame the dyslexia he has suffered since the 6th grade and a 0 he received on his UWM math placement exam to graduate today with honors with a degree in finance from the Lubar School of Business. This semester, a professor complimented him on receiving the highest grade in the class for an exam and asked Michael for the secret. He told the professor, and I quote, "I may not be the smartest person in the class, but I just study harder than anyone else," close quote. The professor disagreed with his assessment of who the smartest person in the class really was, saying only that the most promising students learn the true secret to success is hard work and determination. And here's one more story of hard work and determination. Early on, Lori Horbus determined that with a full-time job, it would take several years to earn her bachelor's degree. She concedes her attitude was negative, and at the age of 40, she felt like a dinosaur from an age gone by. But early success in an algebra course convinced her that she could indeed learn at a higher level. Her attitude became very positive. 2 years into her studies, however, a horrifying kitchen accident at the start of the fall semester severely burned her face and eyes. Yet she would not take the semester off, and in retrospect, she knows it was the right decision because her studies helped her focus on something besides the accident. Lori said she no longer feels like a dinosaur from an era gone by. Instead, she said that figuratively and literally, she has grown a new skin, one that suits her better as she receives her bachelor's degree from the College of Letters and Science. These are truly a remarkable group of graduates, and their fashion accessories tell us a bit more. And I'm not talking simply about those magnificent mortar boards that I saw walking by. Those seated closest to the stage currently have or soon will be awarded their academic hoods, the colors of which signify the area of study of their graduate level degrees. But among the bachelor's degrees recipients are individuals wearing pewter-colored stoles. These scholars had completed degrees to the University Honors College, a special curriculum at UWM that offers small classes, challenging courses, and independent leadership and study opportunities. Earlier this week, we awarded 293 gold honors cords to bachelor's degree candidates from our 10 undergraduate schools or colleges. For both the pewter stole and gold cord, the wearer has maintained a grade point average of 3.5 or higher throughout his or her years at UWM. Will all of those undergraduate students please rise and be recognized? Honor students, please rise. Thank you. There's also a very small elite group of scholars I'd like to recognize. These 4 bachelor's degree students are graduating with perfect 4.0 grade point averages. This is truly an extraordinary achievement. So, 4.0 students, if you're here this afternoon, will you please stand when I say your name? Audience, please hold your applause until they have all been announced. From the School of Information Studies, Joni Marie Winfield. From the College of Nursing, Jennifer Lynn Harrison, Julie Hunjadi, and Rachel Ann Canis. Congratulations. Please stand. Thank you. There's one last group I'd like to recognize today. Every semester I hear stories about UWM students who have been called up to serve in the military or who have returned safely. Would all members of the U.S. Armed Forces, both those currently or those who have formerly served, and graduates as well as members of the audience alike, please stand and allow us to recognize you for contributing to a stronger America. Members of the Armed Forces, former and current, please stand. Thank you. I need to add that my father served in the U.S. Army for many years, then earned his degree thanks to the GI Bill. For my siblings and I, it was never a question of whether we would go to college, but when and where. I wish for all you to instill in your families such love of education as I have been fortunate enough to receive from mine. As I'm sure you've noticed by now, I'm not alone on the stage. During future portions of today's ceremony, you will meet the deans of our academic schools and colleges and other contributors to our university. The remaining individuals on stage are here representing other portions of the university, and they are attending to witness the conferring of degrees. Please allow me to introduce that last group. I ask the audience to hold your applause until all names are read. Eva Barczyk, Director of UWM Libraries. Jim Hill, Interim Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs. Jack Johnson, Chair of the University Committee. Mark Kruger, Interim Dean of the School of Continuing Education. Tom Lujak, Vice Chancellor of University Relations and Communications. Lucia Petrie, Vice Chancellor of Development. Joan Prince, Vice Chancellor for Partnerships and Innovation. Gerard Randall, UW System Board of Regents. Randy Ryder, Secretary of the University. Gwyn Wallander, Chair of the Academic Staff Committee. Rick White of the Board of Visitors, and Sherwood Wilson, Vice Chancellor of Administrative Affairs. Thank you for joining us. One more way that UW-Milwaukee provides access to higher education is through our Student Accessibility Center and its Deaf and Hard of Hearing program. Our two signers today are both staff interpreters for that program. Please help me to say thank you to Chris Skaczynski and Anna Johnson. You might have noticed that several individuals today are wearing gold gowns. They are our hardworking UWM marshals, leading the way and keeping everything orderly on their day off. Please stand, marshals, and let us say thank you. Marshals, please. As you look around today, you'll notice just about every seat in this arena is filled with a member of the immediate or extended family of our graduates. One good example is the family of Lucy Arendt, who today accepts the doctoral degree in management science that she has been working on for 8 years. And Lucy said, and I'll quote, "As hard as I worked to earn my degree, I could not have done it without the unwavering support and unconditional love of my parents, step-parents, in-laws, and especially my husband and 3 children," close quote. And while I suspect our graduates have already said thank you several times to those in the audience, I believe one big thank you would help reinforce the point. UWM class of 2006, would you please rise and give a standing ovation to your supporters, the parents, spouses, friends, and family who are here with you today. Thank you. The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is a proud member of the University of Wisconsin system, a collaborative of 13 four-year universities and 13 two-year colleges. The system benefits greatly from the leadership provided by UW System President Kevin Riley and the Board of Regents. Representing the President and Board at the podium today is Regent Jesus Salas. For nearly 2 decades, Regent Salas taught social studies courses at the Milwaukee Area Technical College before retiring in 2005. He earned a bachelor's degree from our School of Education and a master's degree in political science from UW-Madison. He also has taught at both universities. I should also mention that although I am referred to as the first Latino Chancellor of UWM, I correct people and say it was actually Regent Salas. Back in August 1970, Milwaukee Latinos and Latinas protesting the lack of Hispanic students and programs at UWM took over the Chancellor's office for 2 days. And who was among the protesters? May I introduce Regent Jesus Salas.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, to my dear friend, Governor Doyle. On this beautiful day, I bring you greetings from the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents. Congratulations. Congratulations for outstanding achievement. Congratulations to you and to your families. While we have 13 excellent 4-year institutions in our UW system, many with nationally recognized academic programs, we only have 2 doctoral institutions, and you have completed advanced studies at one of them. Congratulations. Under shared governance, you have contributed to all aspects of teaching and learning at UWM. In our computer labs, our academic and instructional support network, our research labs, as well as in field studies. Your contribution is immeasurable. It is essential to the operation of this fine institution. Thank you. All of Wisconsin is grateful for your contribution. Under shared governance, where students participate along with faculty and staff in all aspects of university life, from selecting as chancellor, and you've done an outstanding choice in selecting this one, to preparing its budget, you have made the focus of the biennial budget the enhancing of academic, research, and instructional capacity at UWM its #1 goal. Congratulations. Future graduate students will look back at your graduating class with admiration and gratitude. You have reinforced links with area academic institutions. You have developed collaborative initiatives with business and industry leaders, and you have strengthened campus and community partnerships. Nowhere is this more evident than your initiative to create an accredited School of Public Health. Not only have you demonstrated that there is a need for the school, but that you have the academic resources available for public health programs. You have enlisted the support of the City of Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Department of Health, the Medical College, and key leaders of our business community throughout the area. These initiatives are important, not only because they respond to immediate health needs in our community, but to severe shortages in the public health workforce. They are important because they open up additional learning and research opportunities for faculty and for you and future graduate students. You have made a tremendous difference during your stay here at UWM, as well as in the community at large. What distinguishes you from other graduating class, in my estimation, has been your commitment to service and to civic participation, as you demonstrated in the midterm elections of last month. Here at UWM, as well as in every community where UW system has a university, students joined local residents and voted to re-elect an executive who cares deeply about the UW system. You've changed the political landscape from the legislative chambers here in the state of Wisconsin to the halls of the United States Congress. Congratulations. But your job is not done. You must continue to maintain the quality of this great institution, as well as maintaining access so that all qualified students, irrespective of their economic status have a place here. You have elected a national Congress that is more responsive to supporting our institutions of higher learning, improving financial aid, raising the level of Pell Grants for needy students, including restructuring the way students borrow money to go to school. Continue this effort and the corresponding state of Wisconsin initiatives so that future students are not burdened with a high level of loans when they graduate. Finally, there is a tremendous advantage to graduating now rather than in the spring. You can celebrate your graduation in the spirit of the holidays. You can plan for your career and professional goals with the coming of a new year. One of the enduring themes of these days is that of joy. So along with my congratulations is a wish for the merriest of holidays. Along with the joy, also the other theme that is prevalent among these days is peace. Let us all continue to work to bring our men and women in uniform home to our families and to their communities. Thank you very much, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Regent Salas. Today's graduates are about to join the very distinguished UWM alumni community. You should know that our university graduates more teachers, architects, nurses, performing artists, and health science professionals than any other Wisconsin college. Here to tell you a little more about these individuals is Timothy Shawy, the current president of the UWM Alumni Association. Tim has been an attorney in Milwaukee for more than 3 decades and currently serves as deputy corporation counsel for Milwaukee County. Please welcome to the podium, Tim Shawy.
Thank you, Chancellor. Officially, as Chancellor mentioned, I'm here as president of the Alumni Association, but I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge what a huge day this is. And it's also a huge day for us. I'm going to engage in some shameless self-promotion here. Our son's receiving a master's degree today. So not only are my wife and I proud alums, we're joining with our younger son and his wife, our daughter-in-law, in celebrating our son's graduation. And to echo what the Chancellor said earlier, what's happening down on the stage and this floor here wouldn't happen except for you folks up in the seats, and thank you. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Alumni Association, I'm very pleased to welcome you to a rather elite group of more than 120,000 people who have preceded you as graduates of our school, and I offer my congratulations on behalf of the board. This has been a very exciting year for our Alumni Association because several of our graduates have stepped forward to make outstanding contributions to our university. As you know, we're in the middle of a $100 million fundraising campaign to support UWM and have already gathered $78 million of that goal. What you may not know is that 4 of the primary leaders of that effort are all UWM grads and Milwaukee corporate leaders. They are Gail Klappa from We Energies, Dennis Kester from M&I, Jim Ziemer from Harley-Davidson, and Ed Zor of Northwestern Mutual. They all earned UWM degrees and are now giving back to Milwaukee's largest university by helping us work toward the largest fundraising goal in our history. These 4 outstanding alumni and leaders have joined with Honorary Campaign Chair Sheldon Lubar. They're already members of a family that you are about to join. And our family grows a little faster than most. As the Chancellor mentioned, this year, more than 4,500 people will earn degrees at UWM. Members of this family are everywhere. If you enjoyed the special effects of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you're enjoying the artistic efforts of one of our alums, Jim Rigel, an Academy Award winner. And if you go to see Night in the Museum, you'll be again seeing his special effects wizardry on display. Bill Carollo, an NFL referee, just ended a 6-year term as executive director of the NFL Referees Association, but he continues to work on Sundays as an NFL referee, and his resume includes working Super Bowls 30 and 37. Jacqueline Frederick continues to serve as president and CEO of the Blood Center of Wisconsin. The Blood Center is the sole supplier of blood and blood products to more than 50 Wisconsin counties and is among the world's premier blood research operations. And if you're one of the many people who've watched the making of Milwaukee on public TV, you've seen the work of popular historian John Gerda, who holds a UWM master's degree in cultural geography. And more recently, maybe one of the keys to the longevity of Milwaukee radio personality Bob Reitman, who just retired this week, was his master's degree from UWM in Social and Philosophical Foundations of Education. I should add that Bob will be rejoining UWM and start a weekly musical show on WUWM January 25th. For today's graduates, the alumni family that I'm welcoming you to is one that you will be with the rest of your lives. That's because we've recently changed our association operations and it's now dues free. You can't beat free. Simply put, all UWM graduates, every one of you seated here today, are now members of that association. We believe that action has transformed us to a place that placed the majority of its effort on just maintaining membership to an organization that has a new focus on alumni and providing career counseling services. You should check our website because a lot of you might be looking for a job. At the association, our hope is that you go forward in your career, you'll be willing to show your pride and remember UWM. And we want to give you an easy way to do that. We left a little something for you on your chair. Hopefully you can all find one of these and put it on your car. It's a UWM license plate frame. It's an easy way for you to show your pride, and you'll always know the feeling is mutual. We're so proud of you as well. On behalf of the Alumni Association and the 120,000 people who've gone before you, please accept my congratulations for the accomplishments we recognize today and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. We have the privilege today to honor one honorary degree. It will be the 111th honorary doctoral degrees granted during the lifetime of our university. As that number suggests, an honorary degree does not come easily. They're granted only after a candidate's nomination is approved by the UWM Honorary Degrees Committee, by the UWM Faculty Senate, and the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents. To conclude this lengthy process, I call on Provost and Vice Chancellor Rita Cheng.
I call upon Dean Richard Meadows of the College of Letters and Science to bring forward Eugenie C. Scott. The University of Wisconsin cites Eugenie C. Scott for her dedication to promoting the sound teaching of science in schools across the country. Dr. Scott does this from her often controversial role as the highly visible executive director of the National Center for Science Education, a nonprofit organization founded to support evolution education in the United States. Our university is very proud that Dr. Scott earned her bachelor's degree and master's degree, both in anthropology, from UW-Milwaukee. After earning her doctorate degree in physical anthropology from the University of Missouri-Columbia, she went on to serve on the faculty at both University of Kentucky and the University of Colorado. Her anthropological field research took her to the Seminole Indian Reservation, Peru, and Belize. To the benefit of a much wider audience, Dr. Scott was named the first executive director of the National Center for Science Education in 1986. Since then, she has worked with educators, parents, scientists, clergy, school boards, and other elected officials, and concerned citizens to keep evolution in public school science education. Under her leadership, the center has pursued this goal by providing information that it hopes will lead to community consensus rather than confrontation. Particularly important in NCSE's success has been the building of coalitions of scientists, teachers, clergy, and concerned parents to support the teaching of evolution in communities and states. Her 2004 book, Evolution versus Creationism, An Introduction, was reviewed positively by publications as diverse as the New York Times Book Review and Perspectives on Science and Christian Faith. It was praised by creationists and evolutionists alike for its even-handedness and accuracy in presenting the controversy. Her work reflects her perspective that science teachers should teach students accurate and accepted science as it is understood by scientists, and that political pressure should not determine the science curriculum. Her work also reflects her conviction that citizens need to be scientifically literate and that an understanding of evolution is central to this literacy. To this end, she has labored for 20 years at NCSE to promote a better public understanding of science and the science of evolution. Chancellor Santiago, I present Eugenie C. Scott for the honorary degree, Doctor of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I am pleased to confer upon you, Eugenie C. Scott, the honorary degree, Doctor of Science. All of the people whom we have talked about so far today, from our graduates to their extended families to our university's faculty and staff, place an incredibly high priority on education. Our commencement speaker certainly exemplifies this theme. Governor Jim Doyle learned about education from early on because his mother was a teacher. He attended public schools and graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. His wife, Jessica, has been an educator more than 25 years, and they served in the Peace Corps in Africa together as teachers for 2 years. A primary element of the Doyle agenda is putting kids first. That means advancing all levels of education. His strategic investments in our University of Wisconsin system include funding to retain the best faculty members, support for Alzheimer's disease research, and selected facilities in biotechnology, computer science, engineering, and other emerging fields. As we sought the right speaker to address our graduates and their families during our 50th anniversary year, we felt that our governor, who is such a strong advocate for the future of education, would be very appropriate. And as a side, I could talk about the vote totals for the UWM neighborhood in the recent governor's race, but I would rather talk about the voter totals. For the wards next to campus, the voter total in 2006 was 47% higher than in 2002. Our students certainly participated in the electoral process. Clearly, the UWM community is very interested in the state and the futures of its educational system. I ask that all of you please welcome the governor of the great state of Wisconsin, Jim Doyle.
Thank you, Chancellor Santiago, for the kind introduction, and thank you for including me in this incredibly happy moment. I should follow up just on a couple of comments he made. Believe me, I'm very appreciative to the students in the UWM area and campuses across the state for the kind of turnout we had in this last election. In fact, 17% of the votes cast in this last election in the state of Wisconsin, which was the highest turnout we have had in a non-presidential year in over 30 years, 17% of those votes were cast by people 25 years or younger. That's an incredible statement. That's an incredible statement of the health of our democracy in this state and a statement about the strength of our young people to whom we are turning our future over, and it will be in good hands. Well, I am honored to be here today. I'm just pleased I got this far, because whenever I hear pomp and circumstance, and I assume I'm like most parents in the audience here, I usually start crying and really can't get through the rest of it. But I've made it this far, and I'm very pleased that I have. And I want to acknowledge the happy students that I had a chance to meet briefly before the event, but to indicate as well that I know who the happiest people are because I've been in those seats up there. They are your parents, who not only are incredibly proud of what you've done, but have just seen one of their greatest financial burdens alleviated. And so I am very pleased to be part of that. You know, I have, in giving a commencement address, I must always keep in mind the words of a former governor, Governor Mario Cuomo of New York, who said that a commencement speaker is a lot like the body at an Irish wake. They can't have the party without you, but nobody wants you to say much. So I'll try my best. This is a special thrill for me. It is a moment that I cherish as governor, to be at these commencements, because I get to look into the sea of faces and I can just see and feel the hard work, the sacrifice, the discipline that has gotten each of you, you down here on the floor and you in the audience, that has gotten each of you to this day. Just take a look around and take a look at your fellow graduates. Each one of you has come so far. You have accomplished so much, and you haven't been alone. For each one of you here, there has been a team of people behind you, members of this wonderful faculty, your family, your friends, so many others who have been there as part of your team, who have worked hard and sacrificed and supported you. This isn't just about the cap and gown, and I assume a few of the parties and celebrations that will go on tonight, because when you take away all of the pomp and circumstance, at its core, it is about the most basic value that we hold in this state. It is a value that has been passed on to us by our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. Some of those families for generations from here in Wisconsin. Many of those families having come recently to this state and bringing this value with them. It is a value manifested all across Wisconsin, and it is certainly manifested in great learning institutions like the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Our value, our basic value here in Wisconsin is education. We believe that if you put your investment into the education of the next generation, that whatever the challenges may be, that those smart and dedicated and committed